everybody. It's Sunday morning, which normally I do not get to record anything here, but I get to take a ride by myself today for a little bit, so I figured why not. Wipers. So this is probably going to be the last video I do on coronavirus. It's just so easy to talk about right now with literally everybody talking about it. First off, something that I find really weird is how much Facebook has gotten into just memeing this to death. There's coronavirus memes and vines and videos everywhere, all over Facebook. There's a lot of panic over this, and I can't say I get it. When there was the swine flu H1N1 virus, there was no mass hysteria that I recall. The only thing I do remember at the time I was working at a grocery store, I do remember one of the canned good aisles being fairly well picked over a couple times. I worked stock crew, but beyond that, I don't really remember any panic. You could definitely buy cleaning supplies at that store, which you can't do right now. Now, I know that coronavirus is still running its course right now, and so we don't have a full data set, but there was at no point a state of emergency declared with swine flu. Never. And there were approximately 2,000 American deaths from that. The number might have been a little bit higher, but never a state of emergency declared. Now, I'm not going to say there should have been or there shouldn't have been, but people are dogging Donald Trump for the way he's handling this. Mike Pence isn't up to the job. He's not doing what he should be doing, blah, blah. Racist for blocking Chinese travel. There are things mainly that Donald Trump says that drive me up a wall. I don't think the man's racist, especially when he was seen hanging out with Rosa Parks and Al Sharpton and Reverend Jackson and blah, blah, blah. I think that is simply a slam of opportunity and minimal effort. But anyway, I don't know that declaring a state of emergency with where this virus is at right now is the thing to do. But he can't be handling it better than Obama with swine flu and still doing a terrible job. That's my opinion. Obama had way more deaths on his hands. The virus, the swine flu virus, I was researching a little bit of this over the weekend so far. The swine flu virus ran for over almost, it was 6 or 9 months, somewhere in that ballpark. And no state of emergency. There were 2,000 some odd deaths associated with it. I knew someone that had it but recovered. So I think that you don't get it both ways. Either Trump is doing a terrible job and then Obama royally botched swine flu, or Trump is doing an okay job and Obama botched swine flu. The way I look at it. So I think that most media coverage is not being fair towards the presidential administration on this specific instance. Now, you can make an argument that that he shouldn't have declared a state of emergency, and I can see that. I can see that because people have, one way or another, be it due to the state of emergency being called or the media coverage, people have gone into a freaking panic, and it's driving me up a wall watching them do it. The thing that kills me about it is the people that aren't going to be able to go out and hoard all the toilet paper for 6 months. They're the ones that are going to end up suffering the most. I can understand buying a little bit extra here and there, maybe going out shopping twice in a week, but just depleting the shelves of a certain thing because you've got the money to, you're going to end up hurting your neighbor. Which I think that 90% of the reaction to this has just been sheer ignorance. Something else that's been going on in my state, our governor has declared a state of emergency. Schools in 4 or 5 counties that I know of personally, where I can confirm it, are out of session. I do know that there are some city schools that are up in the air as of Thursday or Friday, but I can't. News is coming in so fast that no one can keep track of all of it, including me. So what else? But anyway, there's several counties that are out of school. There's also he issued a notice to daycare workers that they should be prepared to shut down all operations within 72 hours, which, in my opinion, that's up to the daycare workers. I know that they're state controlled as far as regulations and whatnot, but I think that's up to the workers. If you got enough workers that want to do it and they can keep people, they can stay where they're watching over the kids and whatnot, I think that that's their call. At this point in the game. I also think that, if the current predictions show coronavirus lasting somewhere around 3 to 6 months. I think in the States, there's just been cases reported in our country a week and a half, 2 weeks ago now. So I think that their reaction is very early to all this. If this is something that's going to be going on for 3 to 6 months, I think that they're using all the panic that they can too early. That's my opinion. I don't personally think, if they end up doing this now, I think they're going to end up right back where they were in a couple weeks. But the other thing I wanted to mention about the daycare workers being forced to quit, or forced to shut down by the state if necessary. I don't really know if I'll go ahead and divulge a little bit. As you all know, I do enjoy my confidentiality or anonymity as much as I can on this show. I don't like giving away a lot of information. My wife recently started a job she is within her probationary window at her new job. She's got a 60-day probation period. She's still in that probation. With school being out right now, we're going to end up having to put all of our kids into daycare, which we've currently got arrangements for. But if they end up saying, hey, daycares are closed, she's in her probationary window. She cannot have any attendance issues during this time. And the company that I work for has pretty tight attendance policies, even on normal people. Like, once you've been in there and, put in time. I've been there almost 5 years. 5 years and just over a week. They've already given me my 5-year packet. I got a little pin that's on a different jacket. So, my wife and I, we haven't rightly figured out what we're going to end up doing. There was someone that put something up in our employment contract. I do work at a union shop, where you can get time off for such a circumstance as this. I don't know if that's true or if that's just someone putting out this information, which does happen sometimes. That is a concern that I'm going to have to look out for and kind of try to be up to speed on, because I can afford to take the time off. My wife would lose her job if she did. So we're going to have to figure that out. Anyway, I just think that all the reaction to this is as bad as it can be from everybody. I'm very frustrated with the way that the majority of my state has handled this. So far, one of the states that neighbor us has had 0 confirmed cases of coronavirus, West Virginia, which I find to be amazing. I think that's pretty cool, but it's probably due to the fact that there's not a huge amount of international travel. It's not necessarily the most touristy of destinations, so it's one of those things that's not terribly surprising. But then if you look at some of those things, there's other states that are not really high up on the likely list for contracting it either, so I don't rightly know what they're doing. But a buddy of mine is a West Virginia native, and he's sharing all the memes like, "Dear John Denver, please keep singing your country road song, keep West Virginia safe, Mountain Mama." So, anyway, I guess that's about all I got to say on the subject so far. It's just frustrating to me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take time off work, because I haven't heard that from a union rep directly. There's rumors about them canceling a couple weeks at work where I'm at. There's also, but I know that a lot of people, their school district's not in session, their daycares are going to be overfilled, all the problems. So I don't know what they're going to do at my work. And I know that a lot of these school district closures have a lot of the workers where I work, a lot of these school district closures are going to affect them. The ones that I know of anyway. There's probably more, but can't tell you. What are your thoughts on how this should be handled? I mean, I think that with the information based on all the information we have, I think that we are jumping the gun as a country. I know for sure we're jumping the gun as a state. So, anyway, let me know your thoughts, guys. I'm about talked out on this, so hope y'all have a good one. By the way, I am going to be over at my buddy Danny's if I'm no expert on Monday, so hope y'all have a good day. Take care. See you next time.